Hello and welcome to another delicious review. It's been quite a while since I made my last video, and I hope that this ration will be interesting enough, to recompensate the long waiting period. What I have here is a Polish fire brigade big ration. So this means not single meal, but actually 36 hours meal. So on one hand, this is not very exciting rations, because what you will find inside is just the normal meals which you can find in the single rations. But on the other hand, this is very unique. So I have seen this on the market only once, and I haven't seen any review about it. So what is unique? Of course, this is the 36 hours. There are a lot of 8-hour ration, 12-hour, 24, and I've had some longer. So it was, I guess, 48 hours from the Malaysian police, but 36 hours, which are 4 meals. This is a unique combination. So in my previous videos, I had the single meal rations. You can find the link below in the description of the fire brigade, I think ABC. And then after this, they introduced the D meal, which is the smaller meal, something like a Polish military S ration. So just a can of, let's say, pate, and this is cold meal. So the bag is huge. The size is the same as Polish military SRG 24-hour rations, and produced is also by Arpol. I don't know how much it weighs, but it's pretty heavy. But the setup inside is different from this military rations. So in order to open this, I have to cut it with the knife, of course. So let's do this. I can tell you only that these ABCD meals are written more or less what's inside, but it is only a hot main meal. So I don't know actually what is inside, what I will be eating together with you. So inside the big bag we have 4 individual packed meals, ABCD, and the accessory pack. Not only accessory, but also some, let's say, the dessert and sweet part. So, because I also want to be somehow surprised together with you, so I will just now select randomly one of the meals, which will be meal B, and the rest will be later. And first we will open this accessory bag, because probably I will eat it together, part of this together with this meal. The content of the accessory bag is as follows: 2 sets of cutlery, only 2 sets, because actually we have 2 main meals with the hot meal, and 2 smaller meals only with the cold meals. 2 freeze-dried bar, one is cherry, one is strawberry, 2 coffee candies, Coffee, 2 vitamin C Dicky, 4 wet naps, salt, pepper, and 4 strips of chewing gum. So let's start with the meal B. I will take, I guess, the coffee candy, maybe gum, and maybe one of this, let's take this cherry bar. And now we will unpack this B meal. Yeah, and the content of the meal is the main dish, which appears to be beef goulash in Hungarian sauce. So this is one of my favorite actually main dishes. Flameless ration heater together with the water for the flameless ration heater. 2 pack of panzer waffles, sesame seed bar. I like this actually. And well-known tea. This is lemon tea drink, instant drink. Alright, I will have a look on the date, which is okay, to July 2022, so it's quite fresh, because now we have the October 2021. So I will use, of course, the flameless ration heater to heat it up, and we don't have the usual sleeve. Okay, but we'll manage without this. Perfect. The maximum amount of water you should add here is 100 milliliters, and here we have 45 milliliters only, but this is water with some bleach, so probably works better with this flameless ration heater than the normal water. Yep. And as usual, this is the difference between the US flameless ration heater and the Polish one. This shouldn't be just put on a rock or something, but just left flat. This should be, let's say, under the meal, and you can of course go with the sleeve here. I will go and put it somewhere in a safe place, because this will become over 100 degrees Celsius hot. Today I'm going to use a tray, which is, let's say, disposable tray from Polish group ration, from military ration. And let's have this cutlery, because we will need it anyway. We don't have the small spoon. Okay, let's make the drink. Oh yeah, I have found. This is the new version of the Polish cutlery, which is transparent. I think that it's the second time I'm using this. It's a cold water, so it's not that easy to dissolve this. Let's take this crackers. Yeah, they also have best before date 1 year from now. I have noticed that the fresher these pounds of waffles are, the softer they are. However, the softer, please believe me, it's not really soft. A regular sesame bar, this commercial. Not that bad. And let's take this freeze-dried bar. I really like them. On the bottom of this cardboard sleeve here, you have some information. This is about polyphenols, which are in the these are some chemical substances which are in the vegetables and fruits, and how good for your health they are. So something like making your blood system strong and prevent to some extent from cancer. Okay, I'm going to get the main meal, and we'll start to eat. I was checking the best before date, because the whole ration has the best before date to June 2021, which is already the past date, but I think this may be caused by the... I saw the condensed milk in one of these meals, and probably the milk is this item, which is let's say not very long lasting. Okay, let's take it. Here we have the content: 25% of beef. We have red bell peppers, which is 20%, so truly Hungarian dish. Some carrots, which is 10%, tomato paste 10%, onions, dried vegetables, and so on. Guys, this is 400 grams, so this is one of the biggest meal in the rations. Only the Ukrainians had 500 grams of their soups. Let's have a closer look on the meal. The main meal, as you can see, is really beautiful red, and you can see the bell pepper, some meat sticking, the panzer waffles, and this freeze-dried bar is also really interesting. Something like a styrofoam, but in a cherry flavor and of course the color. Let's start the main dish. I can see here, I wonder if there are some mushrooms here. Probably not. No, it's the beef. It's a really great dish. You have this beefy taste, but because we have a lot of paprika, this bell pepper, and the tomatoes, you have also the tanginess to it, and it's really very rich flavor. It doesn't need salt. I will give some pepper to this because this is, as a Hungarian, should be more, let's say, spicy. But beside this, it's, let's say, no remarks from my side. I really like this. Oh yeah, that's better with this pepper. So let's try this. Well, the taste is good. I really like the how it tastes, but of course it is very hard, and don't you dare to just bite it from the whole cracker. I will put some of them here to soak up and to give some texture, which is a good idea. But now let's have a sip of this drink. It's quite refreshing, and I really like these teas because they are not too sweet. But speaking about the sweets, we have here some dessert, sesame bar. It consists of two basic flavors. One is the sesame and the second is sugar. So if you like this kind of combination, you will be glad with this. I really like from time to time, not very often, but this is also something like a sweet from my childhood time. So one more sip of this tea and we'll try this cherry. This is really delicious. So it's not artificially sweetened, but it has really a taste of a cherry, of a fresh fruit. You can of course soak it in the water to have kind of, I don't know how to say, kind of dessert, but I like it as it is. So maybe I will wipe my hands and then we'll try this chewing gum. Very moist, so they are probably quite fresh, but still this is a weak paper. I cannot wait for Alcohol to let's say replace this with something really of a better quality. Now, a gum, I don't know what's brand, don't know the flavor, which will be surprise. The evening has come and we have something like supper. So it's the meal D. So it's the smallest pack, however, actually in terms of content it's really similar to the meal E. Let's open this one. So it's a very simple meal. Immortal crackers. We have also the instant drink lemon flavor, and the main is 100 gram of something like luncheon meat, but the main ingredient here is the pork belly or bacon, which is smoked, so we can call it bacon, 58%. Then we have pork meat, we have some pork skin and salt and white pepper and one preserving agent. So absolutely the simplest possible, let's say, ingredients, just salt and white pepper, meat, bang. For something like dessert, we have this cereal bar, fruit cereal bar, which is the lime flavor. So I will make this time this drink as warm drink and we'll have a taste. Okay, let's start. This should dissolve a bit better than or faster than the cold version. Something like 250 mils, maybe a bit less. Yep, and we are done. Let's have two of them. And now this can. Let's have a look. It's February 2022. So as the main, which I had before, it's longer. Let's say that the date is longer than the date of the whole ration. Easy opening, but we don't have this closing lid as it is in the military ration. Okay, have a look. Hope we can focus. This is actually to be eaten cold, and I think it's better cold. But some people just warm it up. Yeah. So that's it. We have a knife, combat plastic knife. So it's very light in color. First I will have a test without any cracker. It's very nice. It's salty enough and have a slightly hint of this smoked bacon. So it's an exception among this, let's say, luncheon meats, which are normally made without any smoked meat. Then we have a nice jelly here, but because it was stored in a room temperature, so it is just, you know, something like a liquid. I will not eat it on a cracker because it is dangerous for your teeth. So I will just take a bite and a little of this together. Well, it's good to have something like some crackers or bread together because it's a bit fatty. So you have something like a contrast to this. But in the meal E, you have a whole package of the crisp bread, which is much better, you know, just to bite. Let's try this hot tea. Certainly I recommend this in a hot version because the smell is much more intense and the flavor is, you cannot compare this. It's much more better, a little bit more sweetness to it. But of course, if it's a summer or if you are the firefighter and you have a lot of fire and heat, maybe you don't want to drink the hot tea. but you can always buy this lime fruit cereal bar. From all flavors that are present in the Polish rations, this one, I mean lime, is the most refreshing one. So I have tartness, so some sourness to it, and really something like also this lime skin flavor. So really good. So that was my supper, which was in this case the meal D. Time for another main meal, which is in this case the meal C. We will see what is inside. So that's the meal C. I am a lucky guy because I didn't know what was the meal, the main dish here, and it turned out to be fasola po bretońsku, which means bean Breton style, but actually it means that this is beans and sausage in tomato sauce. I really also like this main dish. We have also instant tea lemon flavor, this rye crisp bread, a huge bar of chocolate, and the flameless ration heater. I think maybe I have one more freeze-dried bar, but I will leave it for the last meal. Okay, so that's as you can see, a bit strange composition, because you have something like main meal, which, by the way, because of the beans, it doesn't require this crisp bread, and you have a huge chocolate, which, well, maybe something else could be added to this meal. Anyway, I will use this flameless ration heater to heat it up, and then we'll taste everything. This time I put this heating pad on the top of this dish tray, and in the previous meal I had it on the bottom. I will see if there is any difference in the heat distribution. So now this special water with bleach. This time I will try not to spill it all over. Bingo! So this requires 15 minutes of heating. So the main meal is ready. And now let's make the tea. This time it's also hot water, so maybe not boiling but really hot. And the main dish, as you can see, the label has just fainted a bit because the heating pad was there. But basically inside we have beans, we have smoked sausage, and additionally smoked bacon, and of course some tomato sauce. Let's have a closer look on this dish. So everything what should be inside is there. So the big beans and the sausage and probably some bacon. And we have the crisp bread, big chocolate bar, and the tea. The dish is quite decent, but I thought that it will be more tomato-ish, but as you also could see on the picture, the sauce doesn't look like tomato very, and it misses a bit of sourness. I think that it could really improve the taste. I will add a bit of pepper to spice it up, because normally when you eat this dish in Poland, it's really more spicy than this one. Now it's a bit better. However, I would give it something like 6 out of 10, 6.5. Okay, let's try a bit of this crisp bread. This crisp bread is best before 2023, which is 2 years past the best before date of the whole ration. So this holds for real long time. Yeah, it's really really good, and it comes together as a good combination because you have some texture, some crispiness here, and this dish is very soft. But don't crush this into this sauce, because it becomes really super soft. You will not get this crunchiness inside, so you have to eat it separately. This and this. Have a sip of this tea. Yeah, the hot version is better. Now, the chocolate. This is something like half bitter chocolate, 60% cocoa, and for me it's quite okay. However, a bit too sweet. I would say something about 70% is ideal for me, but it is really decent. Not boring, and really gives you some sweetness, some also this cocoa flavor. The great snack for I guess for the whole day. You should pack it in the morning, and you can just bite one by one as a snack. So this was the meal C. It's time for the last meal of the ration, which is the meal A. The content of the meal is as follows. We have the crisp bread, one big pack, has 100 grams of luncheon meat. This is a pork meat. A little pack of honey, a tube of sweetened condensed milk, and the usual, as in the other meals, this is tea concentrate, lemon flavor. I will take this freeze-dried strawberry bar as a from the accessory part, and we'll try it. I'm a bit surprised because I thought it was meant more or less to be a breakfast, and I rather expected coffee here, also because this milk, not this tea, but it is as it is. So let's try it. Okay, let's open this can. This contains 75% of pork meat and 19% of beef. I didn't know about it. Salt, garlic, and some spices which are not known. Okay. So like classic luncheon meat. And to have this milk, actually I don't know how to eat it, maybe as a snack, as a kind of sweet. Okay, let's try it. This has a strong smell, a nice smell, but I don't know, it is half a meter here, but I can let's say already feel it. Yeah, have a look. It's quite soft. For me, it is a very classical taste of a canned meat. I mean, canned luncheon meat. So this type of can, which is called Tyrolean, it has nothing to do with Tyrol and Austria, but it is just a brand which is known here for, I don't know, 40 years I guess, and the taste is still the same. It was the same in the 70s. So these were the times when we didn't have that much choice, and it was basically difficult to buy many things, but so it was very delicacy there, but now it is just it's a decent but not very special. It is tastes like a very processed canned food, canned luncheon meat. I will have a bite on this crisp bread. Well, this combination is not so pleasant because this is very dry and this is dry. So together it makes something dry which is not so good for eating. So I'll have a sip of this tea. I made it as a hot version, so it's quite decent. Let's have a taste of this honey. And this is something what should go together quite well. Yeah, I can recommend eating this on this crisp bread. The honey is natural honey, sweet and it's very good actually. This is something like mixed flowers honey with a classical taste. Now we have this milk. The best before date is March 2022. It's here. So this is not the reason why this ration has as a whole so short best before date. I don't know why. Anyway, let's try. It will be super sweet. Yeah, it's tasty and it is to some extent addictive because you want to eat it and eat more. Maybe I will use it there then for my coffee or something. Okay, what has left is this strawberry freeze-dried bar. Can we focus? Yeah, that's excellent. That's almost like a fresh strawberries, but it's not sweetened. Additionally, it's just condensed flavor of the strawberries. Forgive me, but I will not have a taste of these candies because everybody knows them. I've eaten them I don't know, dozen of times, so probably they taste the same, so nothing exciting. But it looks like we have finished. Thank you for watching. This was the review of Polish Fire Brigade 36-hour ration, so 4 meals, produced by Arpol. Thank you for watching and see you in my next reviews. Bye.